Hello, everyone. Welcome to Secrets of Saltmarsh, our Ghosts of Saltmarsh Patreon Greyhawk campaign. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much to our Patreons. Without their support, everything that we do here would not be possible. All of the one-shots, the marathons, the 3-shots that we've run on this channel are all thanks to them. You can see some of our lovely patrons here on the screen, and you can also use !Patreon to see what you can get for being a Patreon as well. We also have a YouTube. You can check out all the episodes for our Saltmarsh campaign, as well as the other campaigns that we run here over on there. If you would like to interact with the game, there are a couple of ways you can do so. You can redeem channel points for free, which you get for just hanging out, chatting, whatever you like, to grant a blessing or reroll or advantage die to any of the players you see on the screen. Or if you'd like to add an element of fate to the narrative, every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things to the player of your choice. Sometimes they're very good, sometimes they're very bad. It changes the story. That's all I can say. And you can use !Fate for more information about that. Let's just jump right into it. Let's do a quick round of who you are, where we can find you, and remind us who you are playing. Tell us a little bit about your character. Unfortunately, Emma is not here with us today, but we love Emma so very much, and you can find Emma all over social media as Emma Panada and also on all the witches. You check out the links there in chat. And then we'll pop over to GeekDice.
Hi, I'm Emma Panada. Oh, wait a second. No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
She would not like that. I'm GeekDice, and you can only find me here when I happen to show up. Today, I managed to show up. Yay me. Decided I need to represent and actually be a full team player, so I'm here. I am playing, and you can't find me on social media, so this is the only place you can find me. Sorry, that's the way it goes. I'm playing KayBee, Sir Kissimmee Brightbloom, self-proclaimed knight, champion of the Sea Lily vessel, and soldier aspirant, a battlesmith artificer, battlesmith artificer, a blade singer wizard, and now an aspiring rune knight. We're going to bring it full circle. Time to be a hero. Small boy is here to represent.
Excellent. I love that so very much. And also thank you to Schroeder for the Nat 22 KayBee, as well as a card. Welcome back. If you need a reminder on how to play this game, all you need to do is tell me when to stop.
Stop. After I unmute. Thanks.
Ooh, that's a good card. That's a good, strong way to come back to the game. Excellent. Thank you so much, Schroeder. And then we'll pop on over to GodfatherWraith, who also, thank you for the bits. You can pocket that Nat 20. Yeah.
Yes, but I did not give myself a draw.
No, you didn't. It's fine.
Oh.
You already have 2 cards on stack. They're both bad cards.
Oh boy. Alrighty. Hi, I'm GodfatherWraith V_ESG. You can call me GodfatherWraith or Tim. Pretty much anything you want except late for dinner. I play Garen Frank Wern. He's your average nondescript rogue. Who's just really good at making things dead. I, like GeekDice, really have no social media presence. I really don't know what this thing called media of socials is, so, you know.
Some arcane mystery.
I guess.
Yeah, we'll leave that to the wizards.
Yes.
Excellent.
So it's the guy with a wizard beard.
The most wizardy. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back. We'll pop on over to John. John, tell me about who you are.
Hi there, I'm John. I'm known as Indicrus on social media, and I'm on most of them. I play Pole of Ammonfort, who is a former street waif, who is now a mighty adventurer who travels with these fantastic people on all their journeys in Saltmarsh and beyond on their amazing ship. And I write some games. You can see them on my itch site, which Stella just linked. And I'm happy to be here, and I'm very, very happy to see KayBee back. It's been a little while.
Me too. There's a lot of shit happening. And we'll get to that very shortly. Last but certainly not least, we have Zombie Fighter 89, the Clip Master, Lore Keeper, Captain of the Good Ship Clip. What's
I
up?
can be least. It's fine. Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie IMZ. I am whatever the name like to call me. As Stella pointed out, I am the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips. That's up to your own discretion. Today I play Finn Carson, who is a ranger researcher. However, I will say, after months of me saying this and finally getting off the ground with everything I need to do, on my Twitter, no longer do I have a pinned tweet with the lovely Lady May's art of just me saying I have stuff. Finally, the giant tweet that I've been trying to get out is out. So if you go to my Twitter at ZombieFighter89, or you go to Blue Sky, it can't pin anything on Blue Sky yet, but it's in my little feed somewhere if you want to go find it. I have a social media post that has not only the amazing art made by the lovely Lady May, but above that will be, or on it somewhere, will be a Google spreadsheet. It has all of the work that I've done for Stella and various other channels around. It has both is my video editing stuff. Some of it like May did. She helped me get something with Wizards of the Coast. Was really happy to be able to do that. I can kind of say I worked for them a little bit. It was kind of great.
It counts.
It counts. I have all of the, not all of them, some of the promo videos I've done for various games on here for this of my own admission for free, but I like to do editing. It's a way for me to keep the editing going. And then clips of all the channels, Stella's and a couple of others as well in there as well. I think I've got Great Canadian Guy in there, a bunch of stuff. And yeah, so go follow that tweet. Everyone who I have done work for is in that spreadsheet. Also, the tweet under it, there's like an added tweet that I put on there. All of them are added and represented. Go follow all of those people. They're all lovely, wonderful human beings. And yeah, I'm just finally happy to actually have that up. Sorry for the long intro. Finn Carson. He is a ranger researcher. He is here to sort of figure out the big bad undead. But today, we're here to party. We're here to party. We're here to figure out our rooms. And I've got to figure out a nice little bed for this guy right here. My little buddy Bims. Say hello, Bims. Dragon noises. Thank you, Bims. Thank you. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Vivacia, thank you so much for the blessing. We're going to go ahead and give that to KayBee since it's your first stream back. So you have a pocket reroll that will expire at the end of the session. So be sure to use that, please.
Yes. I also want to add, I'm happy GeekDice is back. Hooray.
Yay. Okay. So real quick recap of where we are. We are on chapter 6 of the Ghosts of Saltmarsh campaign here. We have made our way back to Saltmarsh after our reconnaissance mission at the Sahagin Fortress. And we had our first meeting with the council. We gave them a modified version of events that happened, and they seemed to take it pretty well with a starlight performance coming from Pole. And it was from there that we decided to more or less make ourselves home here. We finally were able to see our home. And I have prepared a map this time, because last time I didn't have the house map ready, because I was like, all right, are they going to play House Simulator or are they going to go to war? And the answer was House Simulator. I didn't prepare that. So we're going to pop on over here and we're just going to show everybody the map real quick before we jump into the actual session. Boop. All right. So we have a couple of different floors to the house here. We have the first floor, which currently has the 2 lizard folk that have been working on the estate, as well as the Locatha here by the fireplace. There is a cellar door that leads to the basement. There's a set of stairs that leads up to the second floor. It's here on the second floor that we have quite a few rooms. We have 2 water closets, another set of stairs that go up into the attic, which has 2 rooms and a fireplace. And the cellar door leads into the basement. So right now, as it stands, the hole in the attic has been repaired. You have a garden outside that is actively being weeded and administered salt water by the Locatha through spitting. It's a all natural process, perhaps. So very bare bones. There is absolutely no furniture in the house quite yet. So that is something that you will have to think about if you want to make this your home. There are quite a few rooms as well. I think we've left it up that no one's really claimed a room quite yet. So if we want to do some of that role play today, we can absolutely do that, no problem. And yeah. But that is not where we're going to start off today. That's just a little preview for our fine folks. Because I promised it last time. Right now, there's a party. We open up at the snapping line, and people are pouring out into the streets. We are in the heart of Saltmarsh, and we hear music, we hear laughter, conversation. The party perhaps has grown a little out of control. You see not only all of the members of your ship, your crew here, you also see that Jeff has invited everyone that normally frequents the Wicker Goat. You see people from the market, locals that you pass by every time you go to the docks. You see dock workers. You see the council members. It's almost as if the majority of Saltmarsh is here for this party. You can see that Hannah is working with various members of your crew trying to get drinks served out to these tables that have been brought outside of the snapping line. And everyone is just scrambling for drinks, for food, and it is bustling, it is lively. You see Tully, the goblin, is currently up on a table juggling everything that he can get his hands on. He has taken up Gellin Primewater's hat, and it's kind of steepled over his face, obscuring his eyes, much too large for his small head, and he is precariously juggling various items, some of which are sharp, some of which are shiny. How are you enjoying this massive party? What are you doing?
Wow, Paul, this is a huge party. What are we celebrating?
We came back alive again.
I like celebrating that.
You call out cheers, and you hear the heart of the crowd just thrumming to life. Everyone goes, "Hey, cheers!" And people that you don't know raise their mugs, and they just immediately wash down their drink and turn to look for more. You see Hannah just turn around and scramble back inside to grab more tankards.
Is Arlen paying for all this? She's so
Yes.
generous.
Where do we see Garen?
I'd say Garen, being his normal reclusive self, is just kind of off to the side someplace, sitting there, probably tapping his foot along with whatever music is playing and just nursing a drink.
You see among the people who are celebrating here is Ella. Ella has come out of their hidey hole on the ship doing their research, and they are currently swinging around dancing with Malaya, your ship cook. And they skirt on over towards you and they say, "Garen, come, join us, do a dance."
He pretends to not want to as he gets up and joins her.
And she takes you by both hands and she begins to spin around. It is quite dizzying. It's more spinning than actual dancing, but she's laughing. She has her head back and people are laughing and swinging around alongside you. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from you?
Oh, you would want that one. The only one worse is strength for him. 9.
A 9. Okay. It is quite dizzying. You are finding a little hard to keep your bearings, but it's not anything too serious. The night is still
Right.
young. You're able to keep on your feet, but it is a bit disorienting. And as we see this, where do we find Pole?
Paul is drinking a lot of beer, hanging with Tully and KayBee, and playing his lute, making illusions, having everyone dance, kind of doing a little light show with it, making the
Excellent.
party more fun if he can.
I think one of the most notable people around you is Galen Primewater, who has proven in the past that they definitely know how to party. They are currently without their big flourish of a hat, and they are dancing. You do see that they have such rhythm that betrays they are absolutely an experienced dancer. The way that they can very quickly, swiftly tap their feet as they move between different maneuvers. And it's quite lovely to behold. You see that he takes the hand of a nearby woman and begins to spin around with her as well. Finn, where do we find... Oh, sorry. Did you want to say something?
Well, Paul wants to make sure that all of the lizard folk and everybody know they're invited too. All the refugees. This party's for them, and it's a celebration for them that they're still alive and they have a lot to look forward to. I think he's going to play songs that are uplifting in that way.
Oh, absolutely. And by saying that most of Saltmarsh is here, absolutely all of the refugees are here as well. You can see that there are various Locatha that are looking suspiciously at baked goods that have been put in a tray in front of them. One of them bravely eats one, and then the others begin to just scarf it down. You can see that they are enjoying these delights that are kind of foreign to them. You can see that various bathtubs have been put out as well, and they are filled with water. You see that merfolk are currently lounging in them, having conversation with the locals as well. A few of them are bobbing their head to the rhythm of your song. There is a mingling of peoples here, and you can feel the energy is vibrant and lively, and everyone is having a good time. That being said, what is Finn doing?
I would say that Finn is probably just sort of on one of the ends of the bar, kind of where it's like he can both look out at the party but then also not be like having to turn around and like, you know, maneuver a bunch to like talk to someone right next to him or whatever. And he's just sitting there with a drink, and he's just kind of watching everyone sort of enjoy themselves with party going on. Very thankful that he's still alive as well. And just he's happy to see a lot of people like with the refugees that you mentioned earlier with the Locatha, just, you know, unsure about eating and people eating, seeing that people who probably don't always get something to drink or something to eat are getting something, you know, it makes him kind of happy. So he's not worried at his normal angers towards whether it be the wizard or what's going to happen with this, possibly with what's going on with this battle coming up. He's just taking a little bit of advice from the woman he lost and is just sitting down and enjoying and just taking in the fun.
You see a young Locatha, probably about 2.5 feet tall, begin to walk up to you. This fish person with a bulbous head that goes into a body. They don't really have a neck. They have this catfish-like face with these long whiskers. They hold up a fish towards you with both hands.
Oh, yeah, yes. And he like I guess he goes to like grab it, and is this for me, or what did you want with the fish?
The Locatha child just leaves, begins to waddle away, and you're just holding a raw fish now.
Okay, and kind of gives it like a smell test. Does it smell fresh?
It smells fresh. The fish is definitely dead, but it's...
Well, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But it's fresh.
Okay. I guess Finn will then get up, and then either go back to the kitchen or wherever, like maybe if KayBee's in there or whatever. If he doesn't find KayBee, probably like take the fish and find something to wrap it up in and throw it in like in the fridge or something.
Okay.
And like just to keep it,
As
'cause-
you go into the kitchen, you see that Hannah Riss is just buzzing between stations and just quite frazzled. Hannah is this person who's usually very composed, hair pulled back into a tight bun. You see that it is frazzled and her bun is becoming undone. She has not stopped moving since she was asked to help put this party together. The party looks great, by the way. There are streamers hanging. There are various lights, cantrips that have been placed, and it's as if a sea of fireflies are floating over this open air party that spills out of the snapping line. She stops you and says, Finn, I am so sorry. Could I ask you for a favor? I've
Sure.
just been running around. We are out of wine.
Okay. Need me to make a run or?
Yes, that's the thing. I don't know where we can find some. We're beginning to run low on alcohol. We have the whole town here, and
Yeah.
did you know that Tully can put away a lot?
Unfortunately, yes. I knew that.
Yes.
Such a little guy too. Yeah, well, do you know of any places that I could find it that maybe might have it, or someone, because I'm not entirely sure where to go to. for the
Well,
supply.
you could try the Wicker Goat, but I do imagine that they are upset they probably don't have any patrons tonight because they're all here.
Probably that wouldn't. Yeah.
There's also the Empty Net, but I really wouldn't be comfortable sending anybody there.
Okay. Well, I suppose I could go ask around. I'll try my best to get
Okay.
any extra wine.
Yes, thank you so much. What is this? She gestures down to the wrapped fish that you have.
Oh, a little Catholic kid gave me fish. So I was gonna either have KayBee make it or store it away for later or something.
Oh, right. I can do something with this. Yes.
Oh, sure. Hands it over to Hannah.
She takes it with both hands and she begins to mutter to herself as she heads further into the kitchen and begins to work and cook.
Okay. I guess he'll go over to Garen because I'm assuming Garen's probably the one that hasn't been drunk. Well, I don't know where KayBee is. I guess.
Okay.
So-
Yes. So.
Oh,
Perfect.
okay.
You're scanning over the crowd. You see Garen just spinning in circles with Ella. They're just going around and around and around. They're having a good time.
Okay, I don't want to
You-
disturb that. Never mind.
You look around for KayBee. KayBee.
AB
You looking down though?
is out in the courtyard in front of the snapping line, and probably at the table where Pole and others are situated. KayBee is under the edge of the table. It's like a picnic table, and it's tall enough that he can just fit underneath there, on the top of his head, kind of right below the wood. And the lower half of KayBee, the legs and the feet, are busy. His hips are swaying and his feet are kicking out in a pattern. It's like, oh, ain't that so quaint? It looks like a little brownie or how a fairy would dance. His legs are busy dancing and partying, but he has in his hands this tiny little scroll and a little quill, and he's thinking and he's looking around, and anybody who Pole maybe turns and looks, what is KayBee doing there? KayBee has a list of names, and he's checking off people that he sees in the crowd. And his feet continue dancing. Occasionally he'll reach up onto the table and take his small beer and take a little sip and then put it back up on the table.
KayBee, roll me an investigation check.
With pleasure. That is a 16.
Okay, with a 16, you notice that Eleander Fireborn is not here.
Yes, precisely.
captain
KayBee is
of the
looking to see
guard.
who is not here. KayBee has a list of all the council members and all the key people.
Yes. Other people that are not here, there's
So you said that was Fireborn?
Yeah, Fireborn, Captain Zendros, who's the quartermasters of IU's hookup, right? The tiefling that's in charge of all the magic items there. You see that Garen is not here. Anders is here. Ida is here. Ida is standing very awkwardly off to one corner, just kind of sipping a glass of wine. And with a 16, you know that she's been nursing that one glass of wine the 2 hours that she's already been here. Who else? Manistred Copperlocks is here. The dwarven individual that's in charge of the Miners
mine.
Guild. Yeah.
Yep.
She is here. She is currently arm wrestling people, and she is putting them through the floor. She is drinking ale. She's drinking heavily. She's having a very good time. I think that's all of the council members.
Of course, you mentioned that Prime Water is present.
Oh yeah, Prime Water's like right next to Pole, just dancing, tap dancing, absolutely got all the riz. They, you know.
Galen probably made certain that everybody knew when he arrived, too.
Oh, of course. The hat, the feather that's tucked into his hat is way too long. He is currently wearing an overcoat with filigree gold embroidery, and it's a dragon fight spread across his back. It's an extremely garish. Galen Primewater is not that large of a person, but they have a very large presence. And it is absolutely no question that he is here, that he's not here.
Hey, Paul. Maybe if you see Fireborn, Zendros, or Garen, let me know. I don't see him anywhere. Everybody's here, but they're not here.
Oh, they're missing a party. You know where they live. Maybe we should go and bring the party to them.
Yeah, maybe. But I was thinking, Garen was saying something's not right.
Really? He always says that.
You know,
He probably needs another beer. I'll go bring him another beer.
Yeah. Garen needs another beer.
You find a mug of beer. It has only a single hair in it. You take the hair out. You go up to Garen. Garen is still just spinning with Ella.
Garen probably doesn't even notice.
Oh, he's having a good time already. I'll just put the beer down somewhere and let him be as he is.
Very good. So
I'll clap. I'll play my lute really loud near them and make it go faster and faster.
oh my god. Okay,
Oh,
roll
no.
performance at advantage.
Garen is already having to focus exclusively on Ella to keep from getting too dizzy.
Then make it an insight check from Garen. Okay, that's a 24 from Pole. Your jaunty tune just begins to pick up. That's a 6 insight from Garen. Okay, it's really hard to tell anything beyond Ella's having a great time. You can see that her face is flushed. She's blushing. She's laughing. She's having a good time. Her hands are tight as they grip yours, and you're spinning around faster and faster. With that 24 performance, you masterfully strum your instrument, and it's getting faster and faster. And Ella, the tempo of the spinning definitely gets faster and faster. Can I get a dexterity saving throw from Garen?
Oh, at least it's finally a good stat. We'll see if my rolls are good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
21. Very nice. There's a moment where the two of you trip. It's hard to tell who is the one who pulls the other down, but you're able to catch Ella. And you have this moment where she is kind of hanging in your arms. She's looking up at you. And Pole is standing really close, playing really fast music. Oh.
No, Paul will instantly switch to slow, sexy music for them.
You see the flush on Ella's face just turn a deep red. It completely covers her whole face, all her ears. Oh. I'm gonna get some
Pole will back
water.
away.
Okay.
You see Ella kind of
Um,
brush off her dress and she kind of scampers away.
Garen's face is probably incredibly red too as he goes and finds some place
Now
else.
I give him the beer.
Do you take the beer?
he takes the beer and
It's
walks
good.
off.
It's good beer. All right.
He hasn't taken a drink of it.
Finn, you're standing at the perfect point where you see everything that just happened.
Nice.
What do you want to do?
Since I think Finn is still scanning because at that point he kind of sees that Garen's a little flummoxed, so he's gonna like give him a second, and I'm gonna look around, scan around. I'm going to say that I don't see KayBee, unless you want me to roll for it. I don't see KayBee in the building itself.
Roll me a
So-
perception check.
Okie dokie. If I can read it right. Perception.
Okay. With a 12, you don't see KayBee, but you do see Garen. The dancing was outside. Pole is outside. KayBee maybe outside.
Okay. So Finn will then, I guess, walk outside. Walk out, past the doors, and then kind of like looks around to see if he can kind of see KayBee near the door or by whatever.
Once you're outside, you see tiny little fingers reach up and grab a hunk of cheese and then disappear under the table.
That you, KayBee?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, buddy. You keeping? What you doing out here? Are you just not wanting to party, or are you keeping tabs? What you doing
Here.
back here?
Come here,
Okay.
down underneath the table.
All right, he ducks under the table.
Yeah. I'm just taking count of who's here and who's not here.
Yeah.
Garen said something ain't right, and as Saltmarsh gets ready for a big fight, it's interesting to see who's not here.
Oh, is there not people here? Who's not here?
Yeah, Fireborn, Zendros, and Garen. And Garen won't shut up about Garen. I don't know what's going on there.
He has this thing. It's wow. It still surprises me though that three of the people, weren't here. The council members. I was kind of hoping all of them would be here, but I guess some might not be into parties. I don't know if there's too much to read into it tonight, but it is worth noting. I would make sure to keep noted on that.
Well, you think about the politics, though,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be seen.
Yeah.
You represent the people.
Yeah.
And it's still been kind of bugging me. There's this smuggling ring. We never really got to the bottom of that. And I was thinking, when's the best time to move your smuggled goods is when everybody else is distracted.
Oh yes, the whole town meeting and the people who want to go in and take people's TVs sort of idea.
Yeah.
I read it in a book somewhere, sorry. So yeah, no, everyone's distracted in a party. No one can actually see if anyone's doing anything at that point because all of the witnesses are here, located in one spot. Maybe. Well, as it turns out, we're running out of wine. Do you know of anywhere that we could go besides another bar that probably doesn't like us right now?
Well, I've got a photographic memory.
Mm-hmm.
What does the dungeon master say? Do I remember where they sell wine?
Wait, hold on. Your character has a photographic memory?
He has tremendous memory.
Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
I mean,
Well, he's got a very high intelligence.
Okay.
He could
One,
he could
you can claim it.
investigate if you wish,
Okay.
or maybe he's
no,
got.
it's fine. It's
I
fine.
mean, anyone can claim to have a photographic memory.
True.
Every time
It's
I
like-
see a photograph, I sort of remember what
Yeah.
happened back then.
It's like, actually, DM, the boulder from the sky does not kill me because I am immortal. Oh, you didn't know that. I just decided that right now. Okay. So, no problem with this. Yeah, the most obvious places are going to be the Wicker Goat which you've been to plenty of times.
Mhm.
The Empty Net, which only Garen has been to, so you only know of it by reputation, which is it's a seedy bar.
Yeah.
Unsavory folk.
If you ask Garen if we should go there, he'll say hell no.
There's probably a distillery somewhere here. That would make sense. But you can probably extrapolate, being your 4D chess mind, KayBee, that Hannah has already tapped that resource. So you have the option to try to hit up the other 2 taverns, essentially.
Yeah, I don't know about those though. That's competition. And what are they gonna? They're gonna sell it at cost. They're gonna sell it at retail. I mean, does Hannah want to do that really?
Roll me a history check, KayBee.
I'll try my best. Oh, I fumbled with the 12.
Ooh.
Wow, you rolled a nat 1 and it's still a 12. Okay. That's fine. You remember that your new house has a cellar, a basement, but
No,
you
it couldn't
haven't
be.
really checked it
What?
out very much yet. You're still brand new and moved in. You've only been the deed, the ink is still drying.
We still need a safe.
You do. The deed is currently in Pole's handy haversack.
It is.
I don't know. We could try that, but I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical. I think that the squatters would have got that by now.
Possibly, but
You could
Yeah.
check that.
do we have? I was gonna say, do we even have another option? Because if we don't have another option, I guess we may as well go with that. Because, like I said, and you kind of agree with me. I think that competition with the other bars. If we were to go into one and say, "Hey, would you like to give us some of your wine to give to the other bar?" They probably wouldn't be happy with that.
Unless
So-
you can strike a deal some way, there's something they want.
Well, I'm gonna try our cellar first, and then if not, then I will. And then I guess I'll bear that burden if I need to.
I'll go with you.
You want to come? Oh, you want to come with? Well, I didn't want to. Does everyone accounted for? Did you want to stay to see if anybody else?
I don't know. I can check again as we go.
Okay.
Yeah, just curious.
And
Little
then,
puzzle.
actually, if you do come with me, that might be a good idea. We can check the celery, and then if we could also maybe figure out, sneak around a bit. Maybe we can see if anything's going on with the other 3 that didn't decide to join.
Okay.
See anything going on? Yeah.
Oh, what about other guys?
Well, Paul is busy being entertainment. Tully is busy being his form of entertainment. I don't know where. I think Arlen is just being Captain Arlen and going around and.
She's
Telling
talking to
tales.
everybody.
Oh, she's.
Yeah.
like-
I don't want to roleplay Emma's character for them, but I
Mhm.
imagine Arlen is here with Imloth in the
Yeah,
background.
I assumed it was telling tales about how great their parents were. Is where I was gonna go with that. But you're right. I don't want to perform too much for them. And then I think we're gonna have to give Garen a minute. He had a pretty exciting experience for him, so I came to find you. I can tell you about it on the way.
So is Pole sitting right there next to us?
Oh,
That's
Pole
true.
hasn't sat down for hours.
Oh, okay.
But he might be out. He might be around.
Yeah, nothing
He's-
else if Garen or Pole are nearby, maybe we'll just buzz by and say, "Hey, we're gonna make a short."
Yeah,
People
it
walk.
just,
Oh
as
yeah.
you're looking around, it's like the perfect moment of like Pole in between performances, kind of has a moment of like lowering the lute, just kind of like a breather moment, right? So like perfect opportunity to go talk to them. Garen has just finished the beer, perfect opportunity to talk to them.
All right. So
You're
then
gonna
I get
leave the party.
they're running out of wine, so we need to go find more wine.
Well, why don't you just use that mayonnaise machine from Emma or from Arlen?
I totally forgot about that, or wasn't
It
aware
can
of
make
it. I don't
wine
remember.
and honey and all sorts of stuff.
Oh, I forgot about that. The alchemy jug. Oops.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
alchemy
Super
jug.
easy. And then no one has to leave the party.
I was gonna say above table. They did make wine with it last time. There would be wine in it,
Yeah.
Yes.
so they did
Uh,
actually do that.
Yes. However, I don't think it's a
I don't think it'd be
lot.
enough. No, I don't think it'd be enough.
What is that? 10
but-
gallons per day?
Let me check. Let's see. Alchemy jug.
Food might get.
And
Is
Wine,
that a
one
decanter?
gallon. It's only 1 gallon.
Yeah, that's not. Nope, that's not
That's
it.
nothing.
That wouldn't even be enough to get
I
by
think-
until we got
I think
back.
that's what Arlen's currently drinking out of.
right.
Oh, there we go. Easy. We'll do that. Yeah, no, I don't. Even if they weren't drinking out of it, that's not enough for a whole party. But KayBee had mentioned something about the cellar that we have in our house, so that's where we're going to go to see if maybe
Oh, so wine in our cellar?
there could be. We don't know. We haven't explored that part of the house yet.
Well,
Oh, whoa.
have
All
we
right, that's a
considered,
worthy cause.
Yeah, have we
Mhm.
considered going to the Wicker Goat, offering to buy their wine to
That
make up
is-
for lost custom?
That's Plan B.
Okay.
I assume they're probably pretty mad at us. So,
Well, I
Um,
mean, that's why I said offer to make up for lost custom.
oh yes, sure. But yeah, that's the plan. And then
After everyone's drunk, you can charge double and everyone will pay it.
What's
Everybody knows that.
face for, Stella?
Oh, I sneezed.
Oh, okay.
yes, we could do that if we want to. That sounds a little shady, but we could do that.
Everyone does it. All the bars do it. You ever go to a bar after 3 a.m.?
Not usually.
If
but...
everyone
cost-
was jumping off the
always
pier, would
cost.
you do so as well?
Well, if Tully was in there, I'd probably get in it.
Oh my god!
As you say that, Tully swipes your loot, takes your instrument away, climbs up onto a barrel, and just begins like rocking out on it. It sounds really bad.
All right, we better go get that wine. Everyone's gonna need it.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. So y'all begin to head back towards your house. As you begin to make your way eastward, away from the snapping line and over towards your dwelling. Oh man. My nose is so sniffy all of a sudden. As you're moving towards there, the sounds of the party, you begin to leave them behind. And there is a measure of peace. You feel the cool, salty air brushing up against your skin. You didn't realize how much you were sweating from the action of the party, being around all these lively people, just so alive, so in the moment. And the wind is beginning to cool you off. You approach your home, and you can see through the curtainless windows that a fire has been made in the fireplace. And you can see very clearly that the two lizard folk and the Locatha individual that Arlen hired have hunkered down and they're sharing a meal.
Oh. Okay. We'll go into the house. I'll go into the house, I guess, first. Do I notice them right away?
Oh,
When they're
yeah.
out there?
As soon as you walk in, they're just up front and center. And you see the Locatha lift up their webbed hand and wave at you. They notice that you are here.
Okay. I guess before Finn goes down to the cellar, he'll go up to them a little bit and be like, "Hey, thank you, appreciate you all for all your work." Says it in Draconic for what he says. He'll kind of do like the double repeat. You know how like they'll do like the one in English, one in Spanish, or whatever. He'll do like the little bit in Common and whatever in Draconic, and say, "Thank you for all your hard work that you've done. We appreciate everything. There is a party going on down there. If you want to get drinks, we're here to pick up hopefully some extra drinks. You're more than welcome to join. There's a ton of other people as well down there. Just I want you all to enjoy a good time. If you're happy here by the fire and that's what you want to do tonight, be more than welcome to stay." But wanted
Thank
to
you
invite
for
you down
the
there.
offer. We shall partake. And the two lizard folk do bow their heads and they head off in the direction of the party. The Locatha, however, lays down in front of the fire and says, in common, I will quite enjoy the solitude.
Okay. No problem. You guys, all of you are welcome to stay the night. It's not a big deal.
Thank you very much.
And then Finn will head to the cellar.
Okay. So, who has night vision?
I believe I do.
You are a half elf. You do, yes.
I has the dark visions.
Okay. So as you're entering the cellar here, you immediately are able to tell that the air is dusty. The walls feel close in. There's cobwebs. You see that this area has not been disturbed in quite some time. There is not a single light source in here. So Garen, you can't see shit. Pole, I see that you haven't immediately joined them. What do you want to do here?
Well, I figure I'll go down there when they're. I don't know. If it's too cramped, I'm not gonna go in there. I'll just wait for them up here.
Okay.
But if there's lots of room, then I'll go in too.
It is quite a sizable basement area, so there's enough for space for all of you if you want. But as a human, you also see that it is quite dark down there.
Hey, Garen.
Garen turns and looks at me, and I reach up and I tap he's got this leather hat that he bought. I tap his leather hat and I cast a light spell on it, make his hat glow.
Oh yeah, you got a hat. That's right.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. The fancy hat.
Yeah. Yes. What does your light look like?
So it's a soft blue little mote that appears at the end of my finger when I cast this cantrip. And when I tap his cap, it transfers. It's like it's sticky, and it's sticky. It sticks to the side of his cap, and it kind of crawls around and it perches on the top of his hat. It moves around a little bit. When it sees that he looks in a certain direction, it kind of moves that edge of his hat.
Okay. Yeah, so as light illuminates this space, you find that there are a number of crates tucked away here. You do see an unmarked barrel as well. Can I get investigation or perception checks from everybody?
Only a 16. Dang.
Okay.
Oh.
21 from Garen, a 10 from Finn, and a 19 from Paul. Okay, Garen, you are able to see that this barrel is very, very old. There actually is a label on it, but it has been worn off in time. The paint has sort of eaten away. And as you're brushing the dust off, it does say wine? But what kind of wine? It's uncertain. You'd have to open it up. You get the sense that this is old, whatever it is. For Paul, you step on something. Something rolls around underneath your sandal like it's a stone. You lift up your foot and you pick it up. You see a small brown twine, like a necklace, and there is a pendant on this twine. It's shaped almost like a mouse, but the mouth of it comes out like a whistle.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna put it on and whistle.
Okay. Roll me a 1d4.
Ooh.
Okay. Rolled a 3. Hold on. Okay. You blow this whistle and this horrendous sound screeches out. All of you hear this sound in this very
Wow.
tiny space.
I need to practice this a bit.
Hmm.
I'll go upstairs and practice. I'm gonna go really bothered to look at her.
Okay. Do you head upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Once you're upstairs, what do you do?
I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm gonna try and make a better sound come out of it.
You blow it again? Okay, roll me a
Yeah.
1d4.
Ooh.
Okay. You blow it again. It's still this super awful sound. The rest of you see Pole has gone up the stairs and you can still hear it sounding off in the distance. What do you want to do down here while Pole's doing that?
I think Garen would say, I can kind of see something here. Looks like it is wine, but I can't tell how ancient it is.
Oh. I think it'd
What?
actually be usable.
So I walk up to the barrel and I try dusting it off some more. And I'll use a cantrip, press the digitation to clean it, to see if there's any markings.
You know, I've been around for a couple centuries. I've seen all the different brands. I wouldn't say I'm an expert at wine, but maybe we can figure out where this is from and when.
Maybe.
Hmm.
And
Sounds like a good idea.
as
I like it.
Finn
So look it
said,
over very carefully to see. You know, I've been north to the capital in Noldra. I've been to the east in the great port city of Grodsul, where I worked with the dwarves in the forges for many decades. I've been to the northwest in the hills of my origin. I've been all around Keelend. Do I recognize the labeling on this wine?
You do not. You, with all of your extensive knowledge and all your travel, are able to discern that this is from a very far away place. None of the places you've ever visited.
Oh, wow. This must be something really special.
Kind of shake it a
Roll me an
little bit.
investigation check.
Investigations.
Okay,
15.
15. It's hard to say. It is very tightly sealed. As you're inspecting it, as you're cleaning it, you're
Heavy,
able...
like it's full.
Yeah, it's full. And also, as you're cleaning it, you can tell that it has been treated as in a special way where it's not going to weather. Like, it's leak-proof, it's waterproof. This is a very sturdy barrel. They just used a bad paint on it, and the paint hasn't lasted that long. There's a big,
Cool.
tasty cork on the top.
So I'm going to try to pick this up. You see me for a moment. I pause and I take this posture like I'm about to flex. There's a glint as my armor that I'm wearing. You see, it suddenly flashes. There's this pattern of this metal reinforced frame within my armor as I activate my magic tinkerer's armor. It is one of my infusions, what they call. It is armor of magical strength. And I activate it with one of my daily uses of this power. And it greatly enables my ability, my athletics.
Okay.
And what it does is it gives me my intelligence bonus to strength checks.
Ooh, that's cool. I just opened Google and Googled how much does a full barrel of wine weigh, and it's
Well,
600
that's-
pounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Ooh.
you can roll me an athletics check. Please do. With a bonus of
My intelligence.
a lot.
So I get a 24
24
athletics check.
Okay. I don't think you can pick it up by yourself, but you're able to tell. I'll give this to you. If you have help, you'll be doing a lot of the work, and someone else is going to have a sore back tomorrow.
So I think I have this up on my shoulders and I'm like,
Yeah, you're not going to be able to move. Like, you're just like stood there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Garen's gonna grab it and help.
Okay.
Oh.
Garen, you can definitely help here, but you are going to have 1 level of exhaustion tomorrow morning because this is heavy.
Let's just at
boy.
least get it upstairs and then we can roll it.
True.
Yeah, good idea.
Yep.
Okay, so y'all slowly begin to filter upstairs. As you're making your way up, Pole, you've blown the whistle 2 times. The Locatha kind of turns their whole body towards you and looks at you, blinks slowly. Seems more curious about what you're doing rather than anything else. What do you do?
I think, well, Pole wants to keep playing it until he gets better. He knows, when he first started playing the lute, it sounded terrible too, but now he's good at it. So he's just practicing. But
Are you blowing it again?
well, he's just about to, and then Penny Sprinkle smacks it out of his mouth and it clatters to the floor.
As it clatters, I love that. As it clatters to the floor, you realize that something is skittering. As you look up, you see crawling out of the walls, crawling out of the cracks, 6 rats have appeared, and they begin to squirrel their way over towards you. You see the Locatha suddenly straighten up and kind of pull back, looking curiously as these rats pull up towards you. And they all sit back on their haunches, and they watch you.
Nice! Rats like the sound of this.
Oh, no.
So good.
And that's about
And
the
here
time that the 3 of the other 3 begin to come upstairs. You come up the stairs, and you see this ring of rats around Pole.
Pole's gonna sit down cross-legged on the floor and he's super happy. Say, Buttons, come out and see your big cousins.
Making more friends, Paul?
He's up, Disney
Yeah,
princess.
I think when I blew that mouse-faced pipe, it pulled all these rats to me. This is great. Oh, I love this.
You see all of the rats try to mimic the way you're sitting down.
Oh.
Oh, then I'm gonna get up and start dancing.
They
Oh,
all
I gotta
get
bring
up
these
and
to the
start
party.
dancing.
All right, we have to go back to the party. I gotta show
Oh,
everyone.
no, Paul, no.
What?
Do you think a bunch of people at a bar are gonna really be happy when they see a bunch of mice, rats, and whatever?
They're dancing.
Well, if I tell them and they're
They're thinking
dancing, I mean, this is supposed to be an open kind of party where everyone can come.
I mean, if you explain it to them, maybe they will. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I know.
I'm
I'll tell them it's a performing thing, and you can go in. All right, Penny, can you go and tell them that I'm coming and I'm bringing some dancing rats?
Get their donations ready.
It's gonna be great.
Okay.
How does
I mean,
Penny react to this? How does Penny react to this?
Oh, I'll let you say.
Oh.
You know, she always wants to protect Pole from his own stupidity, though.
Yeah. I think Penny at this point is like, understands that there's no convincing otherwise, puffs out a breath, and then begins to flit away.
Yeah, Garen would probably at some point in time say, "This is one of those times where you just let it ride, pick up the
Smile and
pieces
nod.
after."
I wanted him to know the risk. That's it. That's fine by me.
Yeah, Pole's already 3 sheets to the wind. He's going
Yeah.
to do this.
He's no F's given.
I love
That's
it.
right. It's talking to a wall. I forgot.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, y'all put down the barrel and you begin to roll it all the way back to the party.
Yay.
Luckily, there is a street, a mostly paved street, so you're able to get there no problem. As you get back, Tully is naked. And
Shocker.
I, for one, am shocked.
Tully is naked and still performing, just like rock metal music off of the lute. Let's see. Let's roll. Okay, it's not bad. With a
All right.
15. You see some people are covering their ears. They're not that into it. But you see, what do we see? Does Pole go ahead of the rolling barrel? I imagine KayBee and
Oh,
Garen
yeah.
are rolling it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my train of rats and my mouse, and then, yeah, once he sees that Tully's naked, he's like, well, let's get this party started, and he's gonna start whipping his clothes around, throwing them off into the crowd, and he's gonna boogaloo with the rats.
Hell yeah. Roll me a performance check at advantage. We'll see how people take this.
Take it and like it.
Considering the way your checks have been, yeah, they will.
With an 18. Okay. Yeah, you can see some people are kind of apprehensive at first. Hannah's like, do not let them inside. And everyone else is just completely drunk and blitzed, and they are loving it. You find that as you're dancing, they tried to the best of their ability to mimic you. It's pretty obvious at this point that they are taking some kind of subtle command from you.
Ah, this is the time to do Tully's song. Tully's special dance. So I'm gonna make that happen right now.
Yes. Okay.
Big brain.
Okay. I can't remember what the dance was. It's probably a lot of like this and this and this, and a lot of like sideways and jumping.
It's very coordinated. A bunch of people
Yeah, I
have to do
remember
it together.
It was very coordinated. I remember that.
I figure
much.
it's like Thriller or something.
Yes, that's right.
Something
It's
like that.
kind of like the electric slide. Okay.
Yes, electric slide. Yes.
Oh my god, what is happening? Okay. The crowd is having a very hard time keeping up. You see the rats, Tully, you having a great time. You're doing this coordinated dance. Fantastic. The crowd is having a mixed reception with this. Garen and KayBee, what do you want to do with the barrel?
I'd say we take it to Hannah. She can judge how palatable it is.
Okay. You roll it into the kitchen, and as you do, Hannah comes up and says, okay, let's see. And she pulls the cork out, and you see almost imperceptibly this puff of smoke kind of rise up, this sweet, curling, purple smoke just waft out and disappear. There's small sprinkles of light in it. She sniffs at the air. I can't say that I'm familiar with this vintage. She goes for a ladle. She pours a small amount, swirls it, sniffs it, takes a sip. Oh. Interesting.
So, quick question: when there was this visual effect when she opened it, is that something that maybe
It's weird.
It's weird. So, if that's weird, if I've never seen anything like that in my 340 years,
You've seen it in potions.
right? So that's where I'm kind of going. So that might have been a visual clue to me that causes me to do the following.
Okay.
As she's getting ready to take a big
Yeah,
big sip.
Yeah, she just sniffs it. She hasn't drank it
Whoa,
yet.
whoa.
Oh.
I don't know. We better check this out. That doesn't look normal. Let me see if there's anything magical about this.
I mean, they
Right.
go into this big hand roll as I cast the detect magic, and I'm trying to evaluate the magic here. If there's any magical presence with this barrel or this liquid. Let me drop that into chat.
Absolutely.
Because I sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me. So anything that has any kind of magic would kind of stand out to my eyes. If I
yeah.
sense magic in this way, I can use an action to see a faint aura around a visible creature or object, and you learn its school of magic.
It's enchantment. It's definitely a potion.
Yeah, I don't know what this does, but It may have a magical effect.
Oh,
You should probably test it with somebody, I don't know,
well,
good endurance, maybe?
do you
Oh,
know
Any
anyone?
dwarves around?
Yeah.
The three of you pan over to look at Manistrad Copperlock just kind of smash down their 10th mug of ale, and they triumphantly stand up. They flex. They've just defeated their 20th challenger for their arm wrestling.
I wouldn't want this to like turn people into rats or something. Who knows what the magic might do?
I don't know.
Maybe they dance too.
Well, I certainly can't serve this if you think it's going to do something to people. It smells like wine. It's definitely alcohol of some
It
kind.
might be good.
She kind of precariously holds this cup that's got a sip
What
of
do
it.
you think, Garen?
Garen would
You want to try
Garen would
some?
hold out his hand.
Oh,
I'll be your sacrificial lamb.
are you sure? Oh, you just take it and chug it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a 1d100.
Oh no!
Okay. Alright.
Ooh.
What's the damage?
85. Okay.
Let me get my girl out here. Yeah, Garen
Okay.
is present.
You take a chug. I'm going to say for effect that it's a mouthful. It's more than just a sip. You take like a mouthful of this, and all of a sudden, what the others see is there is Garen in front of you, kind of looking at this, peering at it after it's empty, and then there's a projection of himself that forms behind him. KayBee, you instantly recognize this as mirror image.
What? Dude, look in the mirror.
That is kind of funny. So yeah, Garen would
How many fingers?
find the nearest mirror.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you turn around, you can see that there is a phantasmal image of yourself. Incorporeal, shimmery, opalescent, this mimicry of you. Also not having a shadow. Yeah, you fix your hair, it fixes its hair.
I was gonna make the comment. I was gonna say, Garen got kind of his shadow back.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's not too bad.
Wonder if it has the same effect for everybody or if it's just like chaos magic.
Oh, is it
Oh.
that what is it? A wild magic? I've heard about that before.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy stuff.
Is it? Okay.
Oh, I think I've heard of this. There used to be an urban legend, something called wizard wine.
Ooh.
You know, it could be. We did find that. We found that wine actually. KayBee brought up a good point. We have a cellar in our house that we were given, and that's what we found
Right.
down there. So we were actually surprised. It was pretty dusty down there. So
Right, you are now in possession of the old merchant's house.
yes,
Oh,
And how many was there? Was there 100 kegs of this stuff here, Garen?
There was only
the
maybe
one.
just the one.
there's only the one. I think this is it.
oh. Well, if this is indeed the wizard wine, I suppose this is as good as any of a night to drink it.
I agree.
Party!
Oh no.
Well, if you don't mind, could you roll this out? She pops the keg cork back in.
Garen would help roll it back out.
Time for a magical elixir, everyone.
Yeah, we'll set up the keg by
Okay.
pole.
All right, so essentially, you have enchanted wine at this party. You have dancing rats. You have Tully who's naked. Yes, Finn.
I had a question about Tully.
Yes.
Can Tully take a drink and roll?
Yeah, absolutely. As soon
Yes!
as
Can you stop them?
You can't
No,
stop.
but I want this so bad.
I mean, I want everybody to have a roll.
I'll do a roll too. I'll do a roll too. Yes.
7.
Wild
Totally-
magic. I love it.
Tully rolled a 67. This is so funny. Oh my god, I can't.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no.
So Tully's naked, wearing Galen Prime Water's hat, holding the loot, right? The loot's the only thing covering their bits, right? And then they come up and they're like, yeah, pour me a cup. I'm ready. And who wants to do the honors of ladling the cup to Tully?
Oh, I'll do it.
I think that's
Okay.
Nicole's job. Yeah.
Great. You pour it out and Tully just smashes it back. They burp. And then all of a sudden their eyes go wide and their pupils change almost like cat-like, and they stare at you, Pole, and they go, ah! And then they just throw the loot up and scream and run. The effect is you are frightened by the nearest creature until the end of your turn. So you see Tully just scream in your face and run in the opposite direction, and they disappear into the darkness.
Oh, that is fantastic. I love that so much. Oh.
Well, Paul's gonna try and grab the loot out of the air
Yeah,
before
you
it
catch
crashes down. But then he's gonna run after him because chasing Tully is super fun.
Oh my god.
That
You
works.
can all hear the extended screaming of Tully as Tully continues to run away. Fantastic. All right. What else? Who's drinking? What's happening?
I'll do the next one.
Okay, 1d100.
1d100. Oh yeah.
14.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Okay. You you drink this.
This is great.
The effect is you cast confusion centered on yourself in a 10-foot radius. You drink this, and then there's just a puff of smoke that comes out of your ears, and it kind of filters into the immediate area, and everyone around you is just very confused for
Oh no. Is
How
there
long?
no save?
wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Huh.
It's only a minute, so
All right.
it's up to y'all. No, you fail. With a
No.
7, you fail. With a nat 1, you fail, KB.
Oh man, confusion can make you attack people. This could get out of hand.
We won't do PvP, but
Yeah.
for a moment, everyone around you, including like the random NPCs, everyone's just really confused. Just kind of looking around, looking at the rats that are dancing still. Oh no. The
Oh
rats
my
are
God.
also chasing after Tully right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Everyone is just kind of like standing there looking at each other. And after a minute you're able to shake it off.
KB was extremely reluctant to participate, seeing what this is doing to his friends. But I think with the confusion, he has no choice
Yes!
but to
Yeah.
You did it. Yes.
Okay, 66. Oh my god.
It's my favorite thing in the world right now.
Up to 3 creatures you choose within 30 feet of you take 4d10 lightning damage.
Oh no! Oh no! It has to be my friends because random NPCs don't have 4d10 hit points.
Roll me 4d10.
No!
Whoa, whoa.
When the light
so
show goes
sad.
bad at a rock concert.
Yes. Yes.
That's terrible.
Okay.
19.
KayBee, Garen, and Finn, you take 19 lightning damage.
Owie.
Damn.
KayBee,
Save
can
her,
you
though.
describe what happens?
Owie.
You can flavor this however you get lightning breath
So-
or whatever.
So I take a sip out of this little cup, and I'm like wrapping my tongue and kind of confused. And you see the hair on the side of my head begin to stand up, you know. And anybody, like if we had a druid here, they'd know that a lightning strike is inbound. But the hair in my head starts to stand up, and the hair of my chest in front of my shirt begins to kind of puff up to where it's looking like a ball.
You do
There's
see
a
the
sizzle.
one druid from the Sea Grove.
Oh.
They do
Yeah,
like
he's-
leave.
he bolts. and then there's this zapping in the air around me. And then for a moment, everything is silent. And then quack-a-doom as his lightning bolt comes from the heavens and
Just a
kind of
bong.
scatters everybody around the keg.
That is my favorite lightning noise in the world. Crack-a-doom.
Yeah. I think that disrupts the party for a little bit. And people just kind of wait indoors for about 10 minutes. And then slowly people begin to filter back out. Hannah's standing next to the keg and like, perhaps we shouldn't serve this.
Nope. Nope.
You know, a little black spot on top of my head.
All right. Well, she corks it and she says, I don't think I'm comfortable leaving this here. Do you want to take it back to your home?
I don't know if I'm comfortable with us having it.
You see Jeff kind of sidle up.
Oh no.
No. All right.
Oh,
We'll take it back to
no.
our home.
Jeff is like, come on, I haven't even been able to have a sip. You wouldn't deny your old friend Jeff. Just one cup. One cup.
I mean, you know what, Jeff? You are a good friend. I kind of see what would happen. Go ahead.
Hey, okay.
Oh God.
I want to see what happens. I love it.
Jeff takes the cup, sips it, and says, "This isn't that bad. You know, this reminds me of a." You see that he's suddenly very distracted as appearing out of nowhere, manifesting from nothingness, a unicorn begins to trot down the street. And it just sort of weaves between the party, and everyone's just like, what is going on? And it disappears after 60 seconds. Yep. I think this is making me see things. I think I'm good. And you see Jeff just go inside.
I like how Jeff got the vision. That's great. I love that so much.
No. Did we all see the unicorn too?
Yes, everyone
Yeah.
saw a
It was-
unicorn.
It was actually there. It wasn't just him.
No,
That's a
it
good
was yeah.
sign. That's good luck.
Yeah.
You see Jeff like go inside and begin to approach where Manistrad is doing the arm wrestle. All right, Pole, what are you doing? Are you still chasing Tully?
Oh, until I catch him,
Okay.
I'm gonna slap his arse.
Okay, well, he rolled a 5, so you catch him pretty quickly. You spank him. He's like, "Aw, man, I was really scared for a second. What was that? That went straight to my noggin."
I think it's called Wizard Wand. I haven't even had any yet. Let's get back there. What is that? That's like the lightning bolt goes off.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Whoa!
Oh,
Do you think someone
Maybe-
died?
I don't know.
Race you,
Maybe.
and Tully just starts
Yeah, let's
running
go.
towards it.
Yeah.
All right, and the two of you kind of slide up as the wine's being put away.
Wait. Oh.
Oh. Hey.
You guys look. You don't.
No.
You don't look so good. What happened?
No.
Did you not see the lightning?
Oh, you got hit by lightning.
Yeah.
KayBee is throwing up what little beverage he had drank previously.
Oh.
Oh, poor KB.
So, yeah, that wizard wine is very much. The best way I can describe it is it makes wild things happen. It seems just random, good, bad, or indifferent. It seems.
It's a good party mix then.
Does Garen still have his mirror image following him?
How
Or would
long
that have
was
been
mirror
killed by the
image?
lightning?
Oh. I don't even know how mirror image works.
Yeah, it probably would have taken out one of your images.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
start
Oh,
with,
there's
like, 3.
3. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh crap!
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You're fine. We'll say that you have like
Alright.
1 image left. Tully just kind of makes eyes at you, Pole. You see him like slowly sliding away.
I'll turn around fast and point my finger at him.
He runs away.
It's kind of a
This is
party
awesome.
pooper.
Oh, hey, what's that? I'm gonna take the edge of my coat and polish that black spot off the top of KayBee's head.
I love it. So this is the general energy of the rest of the party. Tully absolutely tries to smuggle some more wizard wine and tries to get Pole a cup as well. So like at some point during the party, when everyone's distracted, Tully slides up to you and is like, hey, Pole,
Hey,
Pole,
what?
hey,
What?
drink this.
Yeah? Don't.
Roll me a
Oh,
1d100.
Oh, no.
I don't ask questions.
Yep.
Okay.
Heinz.
For the next minute, any flammable object you touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature bursts into flame.
Oh
Good
no.
thing I'm naked.
Well, any item,
Yeah,
any flammable
not being
object
worn.
not being worn or carried.
Yeah.
So like the cup, like as soon as
Oh,
you
yeah.
like put it down, it just like bursts into flame.
I'm gonna start picking up small flammable things and throwing them in the air.
Excellent.
Start juggling.
Mm.
Oh, the flame. Yeah.
Oh, that is so fun. Yeah. So that is the general energy of the party. There is continued heavy drinking until it runs out. It gets to a point where the only thing left is the wizard wine. And Hannah looks to the group of you and is like, we have to make a decision here. Do we tell them we're just out?
Yeah, we're out.
I think
We're
so.
out.
yes,
Okay.
Yeah. I would just.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, everyone. There is no more wine. We have juice if you'd like some. And, oh, they are leaving. All right. Well, have a good day, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. And you can see that the party slowly begins to dwindle.
I guess they can go to the other bar now.
Yeah.
And that does look like where they are going, yes.
That's where I'm going.
Jeff
Come
is
on,
like,
Tull.
after party at the Wicker Goat, yeah.
Well, hang on, Pole. Are we gonna like investigate?
Kidding me? I'm wasted.
Yeah, anyone that's been drinking, especially if you've been taking multiple hits of the wizard wine or any other drinks, it's accumulated over time
Garen
When do we have a meeting?
in the morning.
in a few hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Garen has
It's like 3
Pretty
a.m.
much
now.
yeah, pretty much the wizard wine is all Garen's drink, so he's fine.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like Pole is the only one who's wasted.
Yeah.
Me
Okay.
and Tully.
Yeah.
And Tully.
We're good to
And
go.
Tully.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
Tully's
I'll-
natural state is wasted.
Okay. Great.
for Finn, I think it was just the one or maybe 2 drinks at the bar, and then the wizard wine. So
Okay, so you're probably like a happy tipsy.
Happy
Yeah,
tipsy.
so KayBee floats the idea of doing an investigation. Pole seems to be interested in just continuing to party with Tully. Probably already starting to head down the road. What do y'all want
Right.
to do?
What are we investigating?
It's just kind of interesting. There are some people that just weren't present today. Makes you wonder, what are they doing?
Okay. Who was not present?
Fireborn, Zendros, and Garen, your buddy Garen.
Well, I think Fireborn and Zendros probably have the most reasonable reason. Because there is war preparations to do. But you're right, it is interesting. I definitely want to know what Garen is doing.
You know,
For him
Garen
to
is the
like
right hand man of Andros, right?
Anders
Anders.
Solmore. Yeah.
Solmar. Yes.
Anders is the young man on the Saltmarsh Council. He's definitely been here all night. He's been partying with the group of you. He's a lightweight. He's been trying to keep up with Pole. He was dancing. He's definitely like passed out by now. And
But normally Garen is like running interference,
He was right.
preventing people
Yeah.
from getting to Anders, right? That's interesting.
Yes.
his butler is not here tonight.
Yeah. You said Anders is passed out?
Yeah, you can see that Hannah's like trying to wake him up and be like, "Sweetie, it's time to go home."
I think I'll aid him in returning home.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. Is
Garen
anyone
would,
going to join Garen?
KayBee?
Okay. Then you can see that Garen and KayBee are about to help Anders go back home. What do you want to do? You can see Pole and Tully are about to continue the party and head to the Wicker Goat.
Honestly, I think Finn probably at this point knows that the more people that are there without a hangover, the better. So he'll probably head home.
Okay, you head home. Okay. So Garen and KayBee, you have each. I guess not KayBee because you're so little. So Anders.
KayBee takes from his backpack
Mhm.
this metal frame, and he slings it towards the
Oh,
ground,
yeah.
and you see legs extend. And then we'll put Anders in the seat of legs.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So Anders is just sort of like slumped in this construct as the three of you are walking up the street.
Yep.
Self-propelled gondola.
I believe Anders lives like right next to you. Let me double check
Yeah,
here real quick.
Right nearby. That's right, because Garen and Skaren were having that staring contest when we were touring the place.
I believe number 20 is the Soulmore house. Yep.
Yes.
So you are here, and then just up the. Oh, I mean, kind of have to go the other way around. Otherwise, you're coming in
Yeah,
through the back.
That's right.
So we'll say that you go up the street here.
You can go through the back.
You want to go through the back? There is a wall that like goes around the estate, and it is uphill.
Yeah, either way.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Either
let's go in
way.
the front.
Okay. So like you're around here, number 13. And you begin to head eastward up the road here to the Soulmore house. And Anders is like very cozy and talking to y'all. You can see that he is rosy faced and he's very, very drunk. And he says, "I just want to thank you guys. Ever since you've been here in Saltmarsh, things have just been better. You've given a lot of people hope, and it really means a lot to me. I lost both of my parents, and I know what it's like to feel like things are dark and hopeless. And
There's a lot of good people here in Saltmarsh. And I'm sure
Yeah.
your parents were appreciated just like you are. You're good people too.
thank
Takes
you.
good people to make a good community.
Yeah. My parents were well loved by the people here. We tried our best. We came into a lot of wealth and prosperity with the fishing boats, and we've always tried to share it. And I try to continue on their vision as much as I can. Saltmarsh is my home, and it really means a lot to me that you try so hard. I'm so impressed with what you did with your mission that we gave you from the council. I can't believe that you made it back. I was so worried for you.
I appreciate the worry, but we just are careful and we take good advice from good people and think about the positive outcomes.
Yeah.
It's important who you keep around you. Got to have good people around you.
Yeah. I'm really
You are a
very
good
fortunate.
person. You are a good person too, Anders.
Oh, man. Thank you, Garen. And he gives you a light punch on the arm. It's very, very friendly. I hope to be like my parents. I want to continue their legacy. I will admit, I am scared of what Saltmarsh will become. A lot has changed in the last few years, especially with the Loyalists and all of the different people that have come through here. I enjoy meeting new people, and I think Saltmarsh is becoming a better place. But I'm not sure. Everything's happening so fast. It's hard to tell what's the right thing to do. I think tonight was the right thing to do. That much I'm sure.
Yeah, and I think you're in an important position on the council. You know, I've seen lots of small and big governments, and it is important to represent what the people want. But sometimes people don't know what they want. They really don't understand. You know, there's a lot of things happening in Saltmarsh, and there's a lot of competing objectives and agendas. And in business and money is one of those, right?
Yeah.
You have to think about that. People want to make lots of money. Well, sometimes the little guy gets stepped on.
And also, something to remember, sometimes what's best for people isn't always what they want.
Yeah.
So you've got to weigh what's best for them and what they want.
He looks at you with sparkling eyes, Garen, as you say that, and he says, "You know, you should spend some more time with Garen. I think that the two of you are a lot more alike than you think." That's something that Garen would say to me.
You trust him, Garen?
I do. He's protected me for all of my life. He was there for me when I lost my parents. For a long time, he was all I had. He tilts his head. He says, "Why?"
I don't know. Something about him. Maybe it's as you say, he and I are too much alike.
Well,
You trust him, so I'll leave my opinion to myself.
do you know one thing? Saltmarsh is a lot more complicated than a lot of people realize. It's a very
I've started
old
seeing it.
place. Yeah. It's about now that you kind of roll up to the front gate of the Solmore house. Very wearily, very wobbly, he pulls himself out of legs and stands up. And you see the guards posted at the front begin to pull the gate open.
Do you need assistance any farther?
No, I've got it. Thank you for walking me home, though. I won't forget tonight. This has been one of the best days of my life. Just being around my friends, seeing what a difference we can make to people when we decide to help them. Do you want to come in for tea or anything?
I would like that, yes. KayBee,
Yeah.
would you like to as well?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And he gestures you to come on in. And as the group of you enter in through the foyer, he begins to kick off his muddy boots and just sort of shrug out of his clothes and just heaps onto the floor in the way that, like, a boy would do such a thing, right? Just kind of not very dignified, and he just kind of wobbles and makes his way into the study. And you can see that Garen is seated on one of the side couches, scribbling into a notebook. He closes it and looks up at the group of you, stands up. Master Solmore, you are home. Are you well? Did you enjoy yourself? I had a great time. I'm so sorry we didn't give you any notice. Could you put some tea on? We're gonna just enjoy ourselves. And you see him just drop heavily into a couch. Yes, of course. Would you like any food? And Garen casts his eyes over the group of you.
Maybe some fruit?
Very well.
Same.
Silently, he slides out. And you can see that Anders in this big, plush, fluffy couch is immediately starting to...
Okay, so I take this moment. Garen has left the room.
Garen
Count of
did
10.
take the book that he
Damn.
came in with. Yeah.
Yeah. KayBee was thinking the same thing.
You see that he like folded it behind his back and just kind of walks out in a very dignified pose.
All right.
Look around for any other personal effects that he may have left there.
Yeah. Yeah. Garen does a quick look. as
Pocket
well.
watch, quill. I don't know if I need an investigation check.
Yeah, roll
Then
me
a
investigation.
28.
Jesus. Okay, hold on.
I love the dynamic of Garen and KayBee.
Maybe he left some DNA. Get some CSI going on here.
It's like between the two of them, we're gonna find whatever we want to find.
This dude is shady.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You see that there is a fire burning in the fireplace. There are no personal effects left, but you can see that there's paper burning in the fire.
Look it up.
Okay.
Extinguish it with prestidigitation.
Okay. You extinguish it. Most of the paper has burned off.
Okay.
There's only a small corner of it.
Turn it over, see if there's any writing on it, and I'll just tuck it away. Just take a glance to see if there's any writing, and I'll check it
Yeah,
later.
there's like part of one word.
Okay. I'll tuck it in my pocket.
You see 3 letters on it. S-C-A.
SCA. How's his name spelled?
His name is Garen.
SCA. is the
SCA?
beginning,
No,
isn't it?
Garen.
SKA.
Oh, SKA.
S-K-E-R-R-I-N. Wave Crasher, I think.
Okay.
Yes, that's what's in people we've met.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll analyze that paper and writing later.
Okay. Anders is passed the fuck out. Eventually, a few minutes later, about 5-7 minutes later, Garen enters with a platter, puts it down on the coffee table. There appear to be 3 cups of tea, some fresh fruit that has been cut, and then some biscuits.
Oh, Anders, you're dozing off. You ready for some tea?
You like kind of tap Anders, and he is
Yeah, I'll-
out.
He's
Oh,
done.
we'll make this quick then, I guess.
And then sit there and enjoy my tea.
Yep.
And awkwardly for Garen, I'll watch him.
Yeah, you see Garen just kind of hanging out, just standing next to the couch where Anders is sleeping.
I didn't see you at the
Garen.
party. It was a really good party, Mr.
Garen
Scarin.
Garen is pointedly not looking at Garen and just keeping an, peripheral vision, keeping an eye on him.
Okay. Yeah, so you see Garen is looking down the bridge of his nose at the two of you, and as KayBee talks to him, his eyes slide over to you, and he says, "The matters of the house always need tending. Master Solmore is quite young and still learning the trade.
He's lucky to have somebody like you, an able helper.
Yes. Then Anders just kind of like scratches his leg in his sleep. This is basically what's going to go on until you decide to say or do something else.
Right.
Wouldn't it be wise to bring Mr. Anders to bed? We can show ourselves out.
He says, very well. And you see that he reaches down and firmly shakes Anders by the shoulder. And Anders wakes up. Young master, it is time for bed. Yes, good night. And he just kind of vaguely gestures into your direction, and the two of them leave, and you are
Okay.
alone.
I think we start walking towards the door, and I whisper to Garen,
Give me your cloak.
Garen takes his
and I don't know from the front door when we came in if the guards at the gate can see the front door.
Their backs are towards the front door, so they
Okay.
don't see in, they look out.
Yep. So when I get to the front door, I take Garen's cloak and I throw it over the legs. So it looks like it's two forms. And I kind of just motion to Garen if he wants to stay behind, kind of question.
Yep.
And I'll let legs kind of could be Garen under his
Put
cloak.
the hat on top.
Put the hat
Yep.
on top of it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go across the backyard and down the hill to the house. Shortcut.
So, okay, you still have to go through the front gate.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, so there's only
There's
one
like a
way
wall.
in or out because there's a wall that encompasses.
Yeah, I don't know if legs would represent close scrutiny.
It is like 4 a.m. now, so I will let you roll a. Oh God, what's a good?
Let me
stat?
see if I have anything that might augment that.
Let's see, character sheet. You could do a stealth check or a deception. I think deception. You could do either stealth or deception, and it'll be at advantage because you
Okay.
have literally Garen's silhouette.
Yep. Then we'll do a stealth check. And actually, I think I might have a spell for this.
You also have it.
Okay, I do have a spell.
Schroeder also bought you a nat 20 earlier today, just so you know.
Nice. Well, I'm going to use that nat 20. And for the narrative effect, I cast the spell Silent Image, which allows me to create a visual illusion. And it's a concentration spell. It lasts up to 10 minutes. And I'm going to use that spell to give the visual appearance shape of Garen under the cloak to kind of mask the legs, the robotic legs as him. And I can move the animation, the silent image with the magic while I concentrate. So that'll let Garen kind of stay back if he wants to sleuth.
Okay. Very
He
good.
does.
Earn that nat 20.
Okay. The two of you begin to make your way out. Garen, what are you doing?
Oh, Garen becomes very focused, and he fades into darkness and turns invisible,
Okay,
and then stealths back in.
great. As this is happening, Cole, you've gone from one party to another.
What? Yeah! Fuck yeah!
Yeah, you are toasted. Tully is toasted. All of the people who weren't ready to go to bed have made their way over towards the Wicker Goat, Jeff included. And Jeff is telling everyone there who didn't make it to the party about this wild wine that you had and how they missed out on the party of the century, talking about dancing rats. talking about lightning coming from the sky. How many times does that happen? Summon lightning at a party. You can
Not
see
twice in the same place.
Hey! Is there anything that you want to do here?
Oh, just keeping the party going. Gonna play the lute, make the illusions, drink the beer, whiskey, wine, whatever they got, and dance it up. Probably weep a little bit. Tell Tully and Penny that they're my best friends, and yeah, just do a lot of drunken stuff.
Okay,
Fall down, stuff like that.
fantastic. Shortly after you have arrived and you begin to do all of these things, you do see that Eleander Fireborn was seated here, and he appears to be finishing off a very late dinner and is beginning to get up to leave.
Oh, hey, Fire Bro.
Eleander
Yeah.
Fireborn turns to look towards you. This very militant, imposing figure, very clearly sober.
How come you didn't come to the party, mate? It was the best party.
I don't have time for parties.
No? Why not? Everyone else had time.
He slowly slides up to you and he folds his hands at the small of his back. He almost leans over and he says, "This is a serious time. The preparations that we make for the events to come could come at a great cost. People can lose their lives. People choose and trust me to lead and ensure that we have minimal losses. I don't have time to party."
I guess that's all right then. Didn't mean to make you feel bad, and I think because you didn't come to the party, you're doing a good job, I guess. Just keeping people safe is important.
He straightens, leaning away from you, and he says, "I am content to know that you and the others enjoyed yourself."
Cheers.
He dips his head and he begins to leave.
I think KayBee wanted to know something about. Hey! I'll yell after him.
He doesn't stop. So he's like stepped outside into the street now. Tully just like kind of comes up. "Do you wanna... Are we fighting him?"
No, that's mean. He's just trying to protect the people. But KayBee wanted to know something about him. Can't remember what. We should follow him.
Yeah.
We spy on him.
Yeah.
And we'll tell KayBee what he does.
Yeah.
All right.
He reaches over and finishes his drink. Puts it down.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
All right. Roll me stealth at disadvantage.
All right. It's gonna be awesome.
Wow. Wow. I rolled a nat 1 and a nat 20 for Tully. Holy shit.
It would have been great, but
Mhm.
Wow. Okay, and then Pole got a 10. As soon as the two of you begin to leave, Tully just falls over and just falls asleep right there.
Tully, come on, mate. Come on, mate. We're on a mission.
He scratches his ass.
Penny, Penny, can you follow him and tell me what happens? I gotta get Tully back to the boat. No, not the boat. We got a house now. Where is it? Oh, where is it?
I think Penny would be like, "There's no way I'm leaving you. I'll take you home, both of you."
All right. You always make sense, Penny. That's why you're my best friend ever.
Don't want to lose you again. Not leaving my sight.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now put your clothes back on.
Where are they?
I don't know. And then we'll cut over to Finn. Finn, you have made your way back towards the house. As you step inside, you find that it is much as it was when you first left. The Locatha is in front of a low-burning fire, snoring and sleeping. They're on their back. You see that their bulbous belly is just very gently lifting and dropping. They are in a very peaceful sleep.
Okay. The fire looks like it'll let out on its own.
Yeah, it's on its way to burning out completely.
Cool. All right. Knowing that the fire will be fine on its own, Finn will, as quiet as he can, walk past, or walk to the stairs. I don't know how far that is from wherever, to his bedroom, I guess.
Okay, so we haven't really played dibs on bedrooms yet, so you're the kind of the first one.
Nice.
I should mention that Paul put his and Tully's stuff in one room already.
Okay,
Yeah.
so go
But
ahead.
But I don't remember which one, so.
I thought it was the one with the like circle at the top left or whatever. That was gonna be Tully's room, and then.
Well, all right. Since we did say that, Paul, you get to choose first.
I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as I get a room, I don't care.
So yeah, let's say it is the one on the second floor.
Okay.
There.
Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah, this is Paul's room. This is Tully's room. Fantastic.
I guess if I get to choose, could I have the one, I guess, bottom, like right next to the the small little water closet over there? There's like, it seems like there's a room right
This one?
next to it. Yeah, that one.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
That'll be mine. Then.
Okay. So I'm just gonna put our tokens to signify the room ownership right now. Okay. So yeah, you see the Locatha is currently sleeping downstairs. You make your way upstairs, no problem. You climb up the stairs, and they do creak a little bit. They definitely could use some maintenance, but they don't feel rotten. They don't feel like they're gonna break underneath. You pass into the hallway. The door is here to the northern side, and there's also an adjoining door here, but it can be locked on both sides. As you enter into this room, there's a window on the eastern wall here, and there's an unlit fireplace on the western wall. Currently, there's no furniture in the room, so you're gonna have to buy furniture or make furniture, but you do have a bedroll.
I was gonna say, for the first night, I'll just have a bedroll. It'll be fine. So I think what Finn will do is that he will kind of just set a bedroll real quick. Kind of takes note of the fireplace. Like, okay, that's something I might want to use in the future. And then I think what he'll do is he'll take the bedroll, bring it out, use his backpack, I guess, as like a pillow. And then he'll probably just set the necklace that he has. Actually, you know what? He hasn't done this in a while, and considering he doesn't have furniture yet, he's just going to do it this way. He's actually going to wear the necklace while he sleeps.
Okay.
You
hunker down.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Finn is just... at this point, he knows that we're going to have to wake up in, like, what, 3 hours, 4 hours to, like, go to this thing. I may as well get as much sleep as I can.
It's soon. Yeah. As you begin to close your eyes and you're getting ready to sleep, a very light sense of sadness washes in. You can hear rain beginning to gently pitter-patter on the roof of your home, your new home. It's dusty, it's unclean, it needs a good paint job, but it's the beginning of something. And there's something bittersweet about that. You have drawn the Fool card. You let go of something. It could be a memory, a sense, a bond. Something has changed. Perhaps a sense of moving on, perhaps a sense of letting go of something. Now, I'll give you some time to think, but when you go to bed tonight, you are extremely thoughtful. Perhaps it takes you some time to fall asleep. But eventually, when you do, you have very many thoughts on your mind. You want some time to think?
Yes.
So we will pan away to Garen. Garen, you can hear that it's starting to rain outside.
Yeah, that sounds like Saltmarsh. Alright, well, Garen is invisible, so that's a additional cost. So that's a 42 stealth. Unless there's magical sight, Garen's not getting noticed.
Okay.
And then he proceeds back in.
Yeah. You are silent. You are one with the night in this moment. As you begin to make your way through the Saltmarsh house, you are quite certain that you are in your element. The only sounds you hear inside the house are the very evident struggle of trying to get a drunk person up the stairs. And you do hear Garen very lowly, quietly trying to reassure Anders. It is a voice of concern, a voice of care. You can hear the sound of a door opening and the thudding of footsteps above you. You're on the first floor.
I think Garen would begin his search here. The worst part is he doesn't know what he's looking for exactly. He's just looking for anything.
Okay. So you have a few options here. You have now a couple of times been inside of what is the study / den that belongs to Anders. I think that's the only room that you've been invited to so far, as well as the foyer. So you
Yes.
can explore down the hallway and through different rooms if you like. You can go back into the study, or you can go upstairs.
I think Garen... Yeah, actually, Garen is confident he could remain unseen upstairs, so he would move up there first. And he knows he doesn't have a lot of time until Garen gets Anders to bed, but he would try to seek out Garen's room and start there.
Okay. You soundlessly make your way up the steps. You were able to discern exactly where not to step when Anders and Garen were making their way up, because it all kind of happened at the same time. They were going up and you were kind of leaving at the same time. So you step around the creaks of the staircase and you make your way up to the second floor. From this, there is a long hallway And you hear on the second door on the left is the commotion of Anders getting undressed, being put to bed. And you can see that there are 3 other doors. Another one on the left, 2 on the right, and there's a final door at the very end of the hallway. So there's 5 doors. You know which one is Anders' room.
Right. Garen, I predict, would either be right across the hall from Anders or the one at the end. But if it's not the one at the end, it's probably the most important room here. So Garen would head down the hallway to the last one.
Okay. The door is locked.
Right. Garen is going to quickly look for traps.
Okay. No traps. 26.
All right. And then he would unlock the door.
Okay. Thieves' tools, 14. With a 14, it takes a little bit of time. You can hear at this point that there is the sound of blankets being shuffled. You can hear the mattress creaking as he's adjusting, and there's low conversation, and you hear a "Good night, young master." And just as you hear that, you're able to unlock the door. And you can hear footsteps approaching Anders' door.
Garen would quickly... Yeah, he would quickly dodge in and then see if he could relock the door more quickly from the inside.
Okay. You step inside, you open the door just enough to slide in, you close it behind you, you look at it, and it's a door that requires a key. So you wouldn't be able to lock it. There's no mechanism here on this side. However, you can hear the footsteps begin to head back downstairs. They're heading away.
Garen was wrong on both predictions, but that's fine. He would gently close the door.
Oh, sorry, the door's already closed.
Oh, okay.
Because
Right.
if the door was open, like it's right next to Anders' room, if they would have seen it. So I assumed that you would close the door.
Right, okay. And since Garen has forgotten to return the goggles of dark vision to KayBee, you will put them on and...
Okay. As you look
the
around the room, you see that it is dark. You see that there is the outline of a window, but there is a blackout curtain on it. So it's pitch black dark. And then when you put on the goggles, you look out and you realize you are not alone in this room.
Oh, shit.
You have drawn the Void card. And we will find out exactly what that means next time on Secrets of Saltmarsh.
Did you want me to do my thing before we close?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We fade to black here as Garen locks eyes with something in the dark. And we have one final scene with Finn. It's raining, and you are alone.
My microphone is becoming unhinged. I've been trying to rack my brain of what to think of, and I'm gonna say, if I could, that the wine that I drank that gave me the confusion, because I'm assuming it gave me confusion as well as everybody else, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
that can mean whatever you want. It doesn't
Right.
have to be too
But I feel-
serious.
Right, but I mean, I'm just gonna say that helped with me forgetting whatever I'm forgetting.
Okay.
We'll just say that the combined with the confusion of me trying to think of something, and I just couldn't think. And I think one of the things that I'm gonna forget is, I would say, one of the first times, not the very first. I would prefer to save that for me if I'm gonna lose that. Something a little bit more head traumatic, I guess. But one of the first, times that me and Abigail were together and we felt like as a unit we were successful. Like we won our first battle together and all that stuff, but like there was like a moment in time where we like were fighting 3 or 4 things at once. And we celebrated after that. We went and got food or drinks or whatever, and we were just like, okay, we got the confidence that maybe we can go and do this. And I think something, because as Finn was sitting at the bar, one of his thoughts was, man, I wish Abigail was here to see this and see some of the success that I'm having with this wonderful group of people. You know, her confidence was, you know, rightfully put. And so I just think Finn is just like trying to remember that first feeling of satisfaction with Abigail about winning. And as he falls asleep, the memory just, he can't think of it. He's tossing and turning. And as he falls asleep, it just kind of fades. And it just disappears.
And with that, we will close out our session. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. This was a very, very interesting episode. I can't wait to see what happens next time. But before we close out, we are going to do our outros, and we will actually start with we'll do zombie. No, we'll start with zombie. Okay.
Yep, I just got it to sit, so we're good.
Yay! All right, zombie, go!
Hello, I am Jacob. I'm Zombie IMZ. I'm one of your names you like to call me. I am the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips of my own discretion. In my haste of promoting my stuff, I didn't promote it completely correctly, and I did bring up the thing that I have in front of me. So, if you want to see some of the highlights that I've made highlights for Stella, the Monty Hall, Great Canadian Guy, and Tiny Gaming. I've made compilations for every one of them. Go check it out. This information can be found on a pin tweet that I have, a brand new pin tweet that I put out like it's been a week ago now, or close to, where I show off all of the editing stuff I've done. There's also a listing of the edits I've done, the wonderful thing I got to do for the Raid of the Citadel, and all of the promo videos I have done for the Ghosts of Saltmarsh, the Rain Frost Maiden, and other campaigns that I've either been a part of or I've done promo work for on my own volition. The big thing that my selling point is, anyone who's been around me for so long knows I do a crap ton of clips. So, I luckily have been hired once or twice to do some clipping work. I feel like I'm good enough that I can help bring all kinds of memories to you. Give you promotional material. Everybody's looking for promotional material in this space. So I have done clips that are featured in the little thing I have here, Stella Luna, Bad House RPG, Transplanter RPG, and many others. Go click on that link, please. It would do me great. If you or anybody else knows anyone who would like any of the clipping, I have my email there. And if it makes it any easier, DMs on Twitter are open. DMs on Discord are open. Well, probably, hopefully mutual, but still, yes. But yeah, and then, God, my favorite moment for tonight. Nothing I don't think can top the wild magic wine. Like for me, that is it. Anyone who's kind of known me for a long time knows that when we did another campaign here, I was using wild magic as Chester, and I got to scratch the surface a little bit with that, but wild magic is just so fun and interesting to me. So the fact that we got to play a little bit with some wild magic today it made my heart happy.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. We'll pop on over to John.
Hey everybody, I'm John. I'm also known as Endicarus on the internet, social media, and games and everything else. And yeah, if you stuck around, you just saw me play Paul of Ammonfort. We had a big party today, and that's what Paul likes to do. Way better than fighting wars, which was some crazy people want to do that. Don't understand it. But yeah, we had a lot of fun today. I had a really good session. All the crazy chaos that
I'm
just
so glad
happened
you
over
got
and
the
over
whistle.
again.
I'm so glad you got the whistle.
It was the best. Oh yeah. That was probably my favorite part of tonight, honestly, was I sort of guessed that it was gonna be like a Pipes of the Sewers type of thing. and I was just gonna blow it as much as I could, but I thought that Penny would stop me, so
That was so funny. Penny just slapping it out of your mouth. That
no
was
more
so
rats.
good. Oh.
But that was super fun, and always fun when Tully's around, and we can do our comedy routine together. Yeah,
Yeah. Why don't
great
you
one,
tell
and of
us?
course you did so many awesome voices tonight, Stella. I have to give you props for that.
Thank you, thank you. Before we move on over, why don't you tell us about one of your games?
Oh, one of my games. Okay, well, let's talk about what did I talk about last time? Maybe I'll talk about the
I think it was the jungle
seniors.
one last time.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about Lucky Day Seniors Bingo then. So this is the this is a role-playing game that you can set. You can choose whatever setting you want, but effectively, no matter what setting, you're playing some people who are retired. So I've actually run it as in Greyhawk as a bunch of retired adventurers who are living in this sort of home together. But it could also be like modern day, or it could be space, space retirement home or whatever. But at least around here where I live, seniors' homes basically have bingo nights quite frequently. And so I made this game where you get to play seniors, and where there's no dice in this game. You use bingo cards. Actually, there are dice. You use the dice just to get the numbers for your bingo cards, though. And so when you roll percentile dice, and if your number comes up, then you're lucky, and you get to say, okay, well, I'm going to do this thing, and I'm going to be lucky at doing it. And if you get a whole row, then you're really lucky. So you can get something that would be quite unusual for you to do, like, you're a 94-year-old person, but you managed to jump over the fence in your excitement because you're so lucky. And if you fill your whole board, then like basically anything can happen. You're like, I sprout angel wings and I fly around and deliver candy to everyone kind of level if you fill out your whole bingo card. So yeah, that's Lucky Day Seniors Bingo. I urge you to go to my itch page and download it and have fun playing it.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And you can find links for everybody in the chat as well. We'll pop on over to Tim.
Hi, I'm Tim. I'm Godfather. Yeah, like I said at the beginning, I have no social media presence, so you can pretty much only find me here in Stella's chat or with other streamers that are part of the community. My favorite part, there were too many. I can't list them all, but in brief, the Wizard's Wine, the Paul and Tully shenanigans, the touching moment with Drunk Anders, just KayBee being back. That's it. That's where I'm ending. That's the best part.
Thank you very much. And last but certainly not least, GeekDice.
Hey folks, I'm GeekDice. Having a lot of fun here. I'd recommend get yourself some D&D. It's good for the soul. I think my favorite moment, and again, there was a lot of great moments tonight. My favorite moment, maybe most favorite, was just this instant cerebral connection between Garen and KayBee. They knew what they wanted to do, and really it was kind of, in a way, it's a bond of justice. Is the way that KayBee is feeling this. There's a right thing. We might lie. In some ways, we might cheat, but we're not hurting anybody. And we see when there's some wrong, right? And it's automatic. There's something going on, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. And we just kind of fell into this pattern. We knew as together there's something we needed to do, and it happened. So
I love
that's
how
really nice.
everyone was partying and KayBee's like, I made a list. That was good.
Small boy thinking man.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, welcome back. Thank you so much. And unfortunately, Emma wasn't able to join us tonight, but please check out all of Emma's super awesome things. You can find Emma at Emma Panada on all social media. And then also Emma Panada is the creator of All the Witches. Please check that out. All the links are there in the chat. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Really appreciate it. We'll be back, not next week, but the week after, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good night.